We are here on the Root River in southeast Minnesota in the driftless area, an area that's known for high biodiversity and excellent water quality in general, and good fishing.
Wow, that's a honker shrimp.
Things that are not the walleyes of the world or the northern pikes of the world, rather sucker species, other species that may be large but are kind of go under the radar. They've been called rough species or rough fish back in the day, but we're kind of referring to them now as native rough fish to recognize their importance, as well as that they are supposed to be here and they're part of our heritage.
Native rough fish are such a key part of the ecosystem, just for one, because there are 26 species. Minnesota only has 143 native species of fish to begin with. So it makes up a pretty big portion of our overall biodiversity. But these fish are also a resource for people. As you know, you've seen here today, we have a whole crew of people out who are enjoying these fish. They should be managed like a resource. They're here for people to catch. They all grow big enough to bite, and they're perfectly edible. They should be treated like a resource, managed like game fish are regulated. And then they also provide really valuable ecosystem services. They eat zebra mussels. They are food for eagles and otters.
Indigenous communities in the state of Minnesota, in the Midwest, have valued these and similar native rough fish species for a very long time. In fact, for some of the communities, there's in the springtime, there's called the sucker moon, which is a time where fish are starting to move, getting into ready to reproduce in the springtime. Native communities for hundreds and hundreds of years lived with these fish, harvested these fish. It was important in those communities for food, for culture, all of those purposes. These species matter, and it's really heartening that the state of Minnesota has recognized that they matter, has shown that they matter within a fisheries context. It could make a big difference for protection of these fishes in other places outside of Minnesota.